life or the life of someone you care about, in some way limited by a fear or phobia. Fears and phobias can be much more easily overcome than most people realise. It doesn't matter how long you've had that fear or how intensely you feel it. You can learn to overcome it or manage it effectively, usually in just 3 short therapy sessions. Fears and phobias can affect our lives in many different ways. And here in the beautiful and remote Shetland Isles, a fear of flying presents a particular challenge. With the only alternative for accessing holidays and, crucially, specialist healthcare on the mainland, a 12-hour ferry journey, sometimes in rough weather. It's estimated around 25% of people have some fear of flying, and around 1 in 10 experience that fear so intensely they're simply unable to take a flight. But it needn't be that way. I'm helping an increasing number of people to overcome their fear, and it's wonderful to see them gain or regain the freedom they deserve. My approach, using simple and highly effective techniques, give rapid and lasting results. Each session is uniquely tailored to the individual needs and circumstances, and that's why the therapy is so effective. Essentially what I do is I help you to discover the solutions that really work for you, because nobody knows you and your fear better than you do. Sessions are available in person, and they're also available online, so as long as you have an internet connection, it doesn't matter where in the world you are, you can access this life-changing therapy. Here's what others who've experienced it have to say about how it's changed their lives.
I'd been asked by Diane if I would be prepared to record an interview to explain my experiences of being scared of flying and getting over it. And it was all booked up and we were ready to go for a Saturday this month. And unbelievably, my youngest son took ill. And I was left in the same circumstances I had been 5 years previously. But this time I was actually able to go with my son on air ambulance. A flight that I never thought I would have to go on. A plane smaller than I could possibly imagine ever setting foot on. And I was able to go. So the very afternoon that Diane was wanting to film me getting over my fear of flying, I was flying on the smallest plane imaginable. No bother at all. We had to fly low because of the situation health-wise that we were in. The whole experience was unbelievable, and I can't believe I was able to do it.
Up until just a few months ago, I had an extreme fear of flying. Very quickly became panic attacks. It was about 6 years I was never in a plane. The most memorable flight was when I took one with my daughter. I'd been really afraid before that, but I had to fly that day. The engine started and the fear just gripped me. And I started to talk very loudly. And during the flight I was saying that when I got on the ground I was going to take the pilot and I was going to give him a piece of my mind, and also I was laying out for the people I was going to see. And my daughter got off the plane and says, "Well, I'm never flying with you again." So I met with Diane and we had about 3 sessions, and I got on the plane and I made it. And since then I have flown one more time and I'm already booked my next flight. But the one thing that my husband does say is that he's thinking to get it reversed, because at this rate I'm going to make him bankrupt.
I'm here to tell you the reason why I went to see Diane about flying, because I've only flown a few times, but the first few times I flew, it was absolute panic, and I just couldn't stand it. And panic attack on the plane, almost like having a heart attack. And then I went to the rural, and Diane did a talk, and I thought, well, why not? I'll try this. So I phoned her up and made an appointment, and I think we had two sessions, and it was absolutely wonderful. I flew just after that, and I was looking out the window of the plane and took an interest in things which I've never done before, and it worked for me. So I would say to anybody, just if you're really frightened and you can't cope with it, then try Diane. Go and see her, because it was wonderful, and I'd recommend her to anybody.